Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your girl IJ, and this is IJ Designs. In today's tutorial, we are going to do an off-shoulder cowl kaftan. Like this I'm putting on is a cowl kaftan, but today's own is going to be an off-shoulder. It's going to start somewhere from here. In that off-shoulder, I'm going to add also another part of material at the upper part of it, because I would like the dip of the neck to be 6.5. Then I will add another material like 3 inches on the upper part of it so that it can cover my body. So without being wasting time, let's get drafting. But now I have placed my already drafted paper on my fabric. If you want to know how I drafted this paper, check out on my video where I showed how I made this cowl kaftan I'm putting on. There you can learn how to draft your own bodies to make a cowl kaftan. And when you have it, then you place it to make this one I am now trying to make, the off-shoulder cowl kaftan. So let's get started. I've placed my pattern on my fabric, but this off shoulder I want to make is going to be something like this. The way this front is going to be like this. It's going to be 2 different materials in the front and 2 different materials at the back, but it's going to be an off shoulder. It's going to be an off shoulder, so it's not going to be too much difference, a little bit of difference. But the difference part of it is that the off shoulder is going to be gathered to make it look more fuller and fitted. So it's going to be gathered in the shoulder. So that's going to be the difference. And also, remember, while making this color did not come down to the bottom of the kaftan. It's stopped somewhere at the knee. But this particular one part of it, this colored part of it, is going to come down till the end of the material. The shoulder, while making this I'm putting on, I used half of my shoulder. My shoulder is 15. I used half of it, which is 7.5. There I drafted the neckline. But in this off shoulder, I'm going to make use of my full measurement, which is 15. Here is 15. Also bear in mind, while placing your drafted material, just give half-inch seam allowance so that when you cut it open, you can also sew it together. Remember to give half-inch at the edge of the material. If you can see, I gave half-inch seam allowance here at the material, half-inch till the end, so that when I cut it open, I can also sew it back with the half-inch. So now I'm going to make use of my full shoulder measurement, which is 15. 15 is here. So from here, from this place till here, I still have 2.5 inches, which will fall down at the sleeve. This will be the sleeve now, where we will start the sleeve. So it is very, very okay. So now my shoulder is 15. That's the 15. And the dip of the neck I'm going to use, I said I'm going to use 6.5. I want to make use of 6.5. So from here now, I will connect to this 6.5. See? Just connect it in this form, 6.5. From the 15 shoulder measurement, I connected to the 6.5 depth of the neck. Here, I'm going to put a band with 3 inches here to cover up my neck. I'm going to show to you when we get to that stage. That is a different material. You can use a material that is elastic to make it fitted, or you can use ordinary material the choice is yours. So now remember the opening of the arm. If you want it to be also a little bit folded at the hand, you make it a little bit bogus so that you can fold it. I maintain the 8 inches of the opening of the arm. So now that's the only difference in this. So let's start cutting. I've finished cutting out the fabric with the pattern that we have already drafted. It's better that you draft your pattern and keep it for a quicker work. Whenever you draft your pattern, you save it. You might need it next time. So now the cloth has been cut out. As I said, it's folded in two. Remember, when cutting clothes, you must fold them in two. So it has been folded in two. The two types, I said it's going to be two different materials. So now it's folded in two. It has been cut, and the edge here, I have cut it also open. Let me open it for you to see. Do you see it now? I'll have 2 pieces of this and also 2 pieces of this. So now it's time to fix them together. Now I open it up. I take one of this and one of this and I pin it together. I'll show you. Just take your pin, hold it together before going to the machine to run it. I've pinned both the 2 sides together. That's the way it's going to look. After pinning it together, you have something like this. Do you see it? After pinning it together, you have something like this. Then I will take it to the machine to run it down. Also this, I'll take it to the machine to run it down. Do you see it? After I'll take it to run it down in the machine. I'll take it to run it down. After running it down, then I will join the two together. The front and the back, I will join it together. I'll join it, putting it so. By putting it so, I will join it together. After running it, I'll join it together like this. Then I'll come back to show it to you guys. Now I have joined the 2 sides. Do you see it? I've joined it, the 2 sides. That's the back and that is the front. I have joined the 2 materials together, and also I have joined the front and back together. Do you see it? It doesn't have front, it doesn't have back. The 2 materials have been joined together, and the front and back has also been joined together. Do you see how it looks? Now is to fix the upper part of it. How do you determine that? You fix it by taking the measurement of your round shoulder. So you take your tape, you put it in this form, you take your measurement. Mine is 38. So now 38, I'll divide it in 2 in cutting out the upper part of it, and also the length that I would like to have. 38 divided by 2 is 19. So I have cut already 19. This is 19. I cut out 20. Also for seam allowance, I cut out 20. Can you see it? This is 20. And the length, I cut out 7 inches because I'm going to fold it in 2. And so the 19 pieces, I cut it out in 2 pieces of the 19 pieces. That is the half of my round shoulder measurement. I cut it out 2. So now I'm going to fold it in this way. Because of our shoulder, it's not straight, it's level. Our shoulder curve here, it is not straight. So I'm going to trim off some part of the material. So just fold it together. Fold it together in this form. And fold it back again like this. And measure out from the edge, go in by ½ inches. After you have folded it in 2 and cross it again from the edge of the material, you go in by ½ inches. then you slant it to the edge. Do you see what I'm doing? You go in by 1/2 inch. You see it? You go in by 1/2 inch, then you slant, so that it's going to be fitted on your shoulder. So 1/2 inches, then from there I'll slant to the edge. It's a stretchy material, so you need to be careful when slanting. Now, you see, it is curved. It is curved. It's no more straight here, it is curved. I'm going to use it to also do the same to this. I have slanted the two sides. I have slanted the two materials. Then I'm going to take it to the sewing machine to sew it here, to close it up. I'm going to take it to close it up here and also here. Then I would like it to have a band like this, but it's not going to be belt, just normal band at the wrist. I would like it to have a band. So I also cut out some materials, also black. I want to make it a combination. So I also folded in two. My wrist is 8 and I cut out 9 for seam allowance. See, this is 9. I cut out 9 and I cut it out 2, one for one hand, one for the other hand. And also I'm going to slant it, so that I'm going to slant it, just keep it like this and give it a little bit slant, so that it's going to be fitted. Slant by 1/2 inch. So when you now take it, you sew it up, it becomes a band. I also take this, it's 9 inches. I cut out 2 9 inches. I cut out 2 9 inches and the length is 5. The length is 5. When you take in 1/2 inch to join it to the main material, it remains 4 1/2. I'm also going to slant. Just at the edge, slant it a bit for it to be fitted, like also the shoulder. So the sleeves have been slanted, and it's in order to join to the main material. And this is the shoulder. This is the one, is going to be like this on the shoulder. So now I'm going to take it to the machine to close it up. Close it up here, close it up here. Then I'll join it to the main material. The material, how am I going to join it? I'm going to, remember, we are going to gather up the shoulder. We are going to gather it up. You can use the longest line in your machine, or you can use needle and thread. With hand, you can do it until you get the size of your shoulder. Both ways are okay. So now I'm going to take it to the machine, join the sides of the upper part of it, also run it, and also fold it at the shoulder. Then I will join the two together, and also I will join the sleeves together. After that, now our off shoulder is ready. I have joined the upper part of it. It's going to be like this, and also I've joined the sleeve. because I wanted it to have a band that will be tight on the wrist, and I've joined it. Like I said, while joining it, just take your thread and needle, upper part of it, sew it round and draw it until you have the measurement of your shoulder. Then you attach the upper part of it like I have done. You see, now this is 38, that is my shoulder. Do you see how it looks like? Do you see how it looks? See how it looks? The hands. So our off shoulder kaftan is ready. It didn't take much time, and we have a beautiful outfit. Now I'm going to put it on, then we will. Now the off shoulder kaftan we have just made is ready. Can you see how it looks? Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it fantastic? Why not make one for yourself? Just follow the step I've just shown and get one for yourself. Can't you see? Can't you see? Is it not good to go to church, to go to party, or to rock it around? Just make one for yourself. And if this tutorial has been helpful to you, why not give me a giant thumbs up? Have you subscribed to my YouTube channel? Try and subscribe. Just pause this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like, share, and comment on my videos. And don't forget to hit on the notification bell, that whenever I upload a new video, you watching me will be the first to be notified. And follow me on Instagram. I am there as IJ Designs. Join me there. Make one and tag me on Instagram. I love you guys, and I'll continue to be sharing my knowledge of fashion with you. Can't you see me looking so gorgeous? Make one for yourself. Waiting to see you on Instagram or Facebook. I am there as IJ Ijeoma Uzoma. So see you in my next video. Love you, and I will continue to be sharing my knowledge. Bye bye.